How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I know it's been a long time, but I'm feeling like I want to get back to the videos. So today we're going to be having some jump spots on the new Modern Warfare 3 game. So just like the old series, we're going to go through a few different maps in this one, and we'll probably make another episode or two as the game progresses. So some of these spots are going to be basic, and if you played the old Modern Warfare 2 with the original maps on it, then you're probably going to know some of these anyway. But just for the new players that maybe didn't play Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, we're going to be sharing some of the basic spots too, as well as some glitchy ones as well. So let's get right into it, and I hope you enjoy the video. So here we have Afghan. Now the majority of the spots on this map are going to be based around the mid sort of map. So of course you can jump around all the planes like so. And my favourite one is this middle one, so you can see right into the cave. You can see straight into the enemy spawn over there as well, and then like on the old game, you can actually hop across onto this cliff and get a very good sort of line of sight of the whole map. You see down to the bunker, you see into the mid bunker, and you can't quite see to the cliff, but it's just a nice spot. Maybe you're last on the bomb and you plant over there inside the plane, and then you can sort of wait to watch if anybody pushes up. So also you can get on top of this the front bit of the plane as well. Now by doing this, you can come from the opposite spawn and you can jump straight up onto it like so, and this is going to give you a nice little view over to the right side of the map. Obviously you're pretty exposed up here, but it's a good one just to sort of catch them off guard, or you could sit here and look through the windows. Could be handy for P1 on hardpoint, and of course you can jump down like this. And now another way to get up onto this plane, you'll be able to jump just onto this here like that. Now from the back of the plane, obviously you can run up the tail of the plane and jump straight onto the cliff. Now, to get down off the cliff, maybe you could jump onto that, or it is good to know that there's all these mattresses here, and they're going to sort of cushion your fall if you need to jump off in time. So guys, up on the cliff here we have a couple little spots. So if we take a look from here, you're going to be able to see back into their spawn if you've got a sniper. And also, this spot right here is a little sneaky one, so you can actually go right down onto the edge of this cliff, and you're going to be able to see to the outside steps there, and you're not really going to be able to be seen from up above. Now, if anybody remembers this from the original Modern Warfare 2, you didn't used to be able to jump back up very easy, and you sort of had to slide down. Also, you used to have to jump off the cliff onto this, but on this game, you can just hop up onto here and get a little sneaky spot where they may not sort of catch you if they're not sort of expecting you to be sat there. And also, just a quick one, a lot of people don't seem to realise you can actually hop up onto the outside of these bunkers to counter anybody inside, and that goes the same for this one. Now this is actually a really nice line of sight straight off the spawn, so if you come here you can go on the outside, see straight down this alley there, and you can catch anybody running in. So next we have Derail. Now you're quite limited to the spots you have on this map as it's a pretty open map. But if you come up to this sort of sniper point on the far side of the map here, you can actually jump onto the lamppost, or you can jump onto this camera. So if you just hop across like that, try not to move too much, it's a little bit glitchy of where you can stand, but it might just be a little, you know, sneaky one, and they may not be expecting you to sit here. You can also lie down and have a little bit of cover, so you can stand up, pop out, shoot, and get back into cover, and they're not going to quite see you. Now we've got a sneaky little spot to get up into the mid building. Obviously it can be quite hard to push up both sets of stairs sometimes, so if you just hop onto this train out the back, you can quite easily just hop through the window and catch them off guard where they may be sitting, because sometimes people will sit and watch the stairs like this or like this, and especially if this glass is already broken, you're not going to make a noise whilst hopping through the window behind them. Then also from mid building, if you come out to this side window, you can actually hop onto this train. Now there isn't another way up here that I can see, so it could just be a good one to catch people off guard. Obviously once again you're not going to have much cover up here, but it could be a good one to be sneaky with people. And also all of these trains are climbable as well, so you can hop across onto this, make your way across the map like this, all the way across the trains, but it's just good to know that you can actually jump on here. Also, you can kind of jump to this building, so if you hop like that, you can get onto this ledge. Now, you can't actually jump up onto the building from what I've seen from that side, but then you can edge your way around the side and hop up towards the ladder here. Now, people do obviously like to sit on here, especially in sort of respawn modes as well. This could be a bit more useful. You could sneak up and take anybody that's sort of camping up here, and you can jump from building to building as well. So next we have estate. Now, of course, I've got to mention climbing on top of the greenhouse. Now, you've got to be careful not to fall through. You've got to just hop your way up like this onto each bar, and then you're on top. And you can run across this whole thing, so you can have a very good line of sight down into that bottom building, even to that back site there. Maybe you're sniping on hardpoint, trying to support your team. You can also see to the window there on P1, and then you can see to that cliff side there where the steps are. And you can also run across it like this. Maybe you could see into the top of the building. So you can actually cover a lot of the map, just not the far side over by the water. But as you've seen there, be careful because you can easily fall through as well. And then also, a little sneaky one as well, you can actually hop up onto the side here, and you're going to be able to walk across like this as well. And you can actually get back on top from here as well if you just sort of sprint and jump up. That can be a little bit glitchy as you've seen there, but yeah, the best way to get up on top of there is going to be from that front side there. While struck by the greenhouse, I may as well show you that you can actually hop on top of this wall. Now, as you know, a lot of games start off with a big gunfight here, so maybe you could hop up on this and catch anybody running up the mid-map here trying to get up like that. And then also, obviously this is a pretty obvious one, but you can actually hop up onto the logs and look through the window. This is quite a sneaky spot that a lot of people don't quite catch you or sort of expect it. You can't fit through this window, by the way, so don't even try that. But yeah, it's a nice one to catch people sort of sniping out the window there. This bottom building, you're going to be able to climb up most of it. A nice little jump up is hopping off the car here, and you can hop straight through this gap in the wall. And you can just climb straight on top of the roof from here. You don't have a lot of cover, but a lot of people like to snipe, or you can come onto this back bit, look over that hardpoint site down there, or snipe up the mid-map. You can actually use this as a bit of a head glitch up to the top windows there, and you can even see the wall as well. Now, you can also climb up on this simply by just hopping up the back like that, so it's a little bit more safe than coming up the front and over the top of the roof. So this next one's going to be quite handy for hardpoint. You can actually climb all over these little buildings here, or the electric generators as well. You can just jump up and climb on them. So it's quite a good one to look over the fence, as you'll get enemies, depending on where the spawn is, they may be pushing from this way, so you can sort of hop in and out of cover like that, or from this side. And then you've also got a nice little jump. If you hop across from this fence onto the other, you can just get straight onto this building without having to risk getting killed by going up the ladder. Now, over to this little building with a little docking area with the boats. They've made it really easy to get on top of this building on this game, so you can literally just hop and jump straight onto it. Now, if enemies are pushing over here, maybe you've planted the bomb on search, you can use this as a very nice head glitch whilst defending. You can also have a little bit of cover from this side, depending. If they're sort of up in the window there, you're not going to have a lot of cover, but if they're pushing down low, it's quite good just to snake in that cover like that. And you can also hop into this by jumping off the car as well. Now, just worth noting as well, you can actually swim out into the water a little bit on this map, and you're going to be able to climb up on this little bit of wood floating here. This can really catch somebody off guard, or you could even hide sort of in the grass. You're not going to have a lot of cover, you might get taken out quite easy, but it's just worth noting you can actually do that. Maybe you want to trick somebody or just get like a little clutch play there as well. Up next we have Favela. Now, you've got lots of sneaky little jump ups on this map. Not many sort of big jump spots and glitches, but you have got lots of cool little spots and ledges that you can utilise in your game. So let's talk about this building right here. Now, there's 3 different ways up through the windows without using the doors, so you can come up onto this sort of bin here, straight through that window, or you can also come to the yellow car, and you can actually make this jump, and then from here, you're going to be able to hop straight through that window, and then of course from the other side, hop onto this bin through the window here, and you get up onto the roof nice and fast. So there's quite a few different ways up onto this bottom building here. You can just hop off the railing. You've got to sort of sprint jump at it, not like that. So like so, and then you're going to be up on the building. Now, whilst I'm up here, I may as well show you just a cool one. It's sort of a little nod to the old Modern Warfare 2. You can jump on top of this tree. Not the most useful, but maybe they won't sort of see you sitting here. You can kind of get a line of sight over there, and you can kind of use this building for a bit of cover as well if they're on the sort of middle buildings there. Now, back to this building. So another cool way up that I like to use, obviously you can run up the stairs there, but if you're coming from the opposite side and you've got enemies there, you can use this as a little head glitch, but you can jump onto the bin here, and go straight up, and then you might catch them off guard if they're sort of sitting watching this area there. And then obviously you have got the ladder on this side as well, which you're going to be able to access like this, running up the stairs like so, or you can even just hop onto the fence as well and come around the side like this. They've made this sort of map very, very climbable, so there's lots of different little sort of routes like that you can take. Now, probably the most useful spot on this map, if you're spawning at the top here, you can actually get up onto this building nice and easy. So if you jump from here, you can actually jump onto these sort of air vents, then you're up onto the roof, and that's a lot faster than going up. And this is going to catch people off guard as well, because they might watch the ladder, or you know, you can catch somebody off guard who may be looking down this way. So it's just good to note that you can use that. So a couple of useful spots up on these middle buildings here. Now you've got this little hut here, which is nice to use, but if you're up here sort of sneakily and you've got enemies all over, you can actually come around the outside of it, around the edge, and you're going to be able to just pop up and take somebody out as well from here. Maybe you could use this as a head glitch, using it back on them when they've got the top building locked down. And then this is off the old game as well. You can just come into this little corner here. People used to love sitting here with a riot shield back in the day. But yeah, it's just nice to know that you can pop in and out of here, and it could be useful maybe if you're last alive on search, trying to pick people off, or things of that sort of nature. And obviously you can jump across all of these buildings as well, but I'm sure you know that. And similar to that other spot, you can come around the outside of this wall. Now this could be a useful heady if you're holding down this door. As you know, it gets a little bit hectic in that room there. And then also from here, you can just jump across all of these little rooftops as well. It's a very accessible map when you're trying to jump around. And then come to the other side, and you're going to be able to run across all of these. And you could chain this with that jump spot I showed you before and get up to the other roof. Now this is a lot faster than how it used to be getting around, so I quite like the movement in this game so far. Another sneaky way to get up to the building with a shower is you can actually jump out of this building, and you can make it through either one of these windows. Obviously don't mess the jump up like that. If you jump across, then you're through the window like so. Next up we have Highrise, and this is one of the most iconic maps for jump spots back in Modern Warfare 2. But on this nice one off spawn, you can actually jump straight across onto these vents and get to the B-bomb site if you're defending. And now it's just quicker than how the enemy can get there as well, because you can jump straight up through the gap in the wall. So up next, you all expected it. Of course we have probably the most iconic jump spot from Modern Warfare 2. Now if you jump across this railing, you can actually climb it. On this game there is actually a ladder here, whereas you used to just climb up the side of the hanging thing there. Now you just run across the edge like this. Obviously it's very risky, but if you can pull it off, you've got very good cover up the top, and you can just jump up like this, and there you go. And you've even got the teddy bears like you used to have on the old game, even more of them this time actually. So from here you can see all across the entire map, and you're going to be able to have a line of sight anywhere. Very common for trick shotters to come up here, as if anybody played the old Modern Warfare 2 you will remember that. But yeah, you can use this for nice little head glitches and just pop in and out of cover and see across the map. Obviously people, once they know that you're up here, they're going to target you, chuck grenades up here, so be careful of this blowing up whilst you're up. So you actually have an easier route of getting up onto the roof. You can just run straight up on this sign, and you're going to be able to run and jump onto the side there. You've got to do a little strafe jump, but you are up on the roof a lot easier and with more cover and less exposed than walking all the way around the ledge. So it's good to know that you can do that. And also from this, you can jump across all this sign, and you can make it all the way across. Just be careful while you're sprinting, because these things do knock you about. You can jump onto this bit here, and then you can run across the entire map across the top there. Now, of course, we have the crane. You can jump on very easily like this. You're going to be able to run all the way down to the bottom. You do have quite a nice bit of cover, sort of, if you lie down here. People aren't going to expect you as much. But of course, one of the most famous trick shot spots, probably the most famous trick shot spot, is coming up here, and you're going to be able to see the entire mid-map, not inside the buildings, but you're very exposed up here, and you're also going to be able to run all the way down this. And then from here, if you jump across onto this ledge, you can come through this little gap in the wall, and you're going to have a nice sort of line of sight over anybody inside of here. And then you can see out the window as well, across each side of the map. You can see into the bottom of the helicopter there. or you can see down the right side. And then even better, you can actually jump up onto this and get a little bit of a sort of higher view of the map. You are more exposed if you're up on side of this. So a little alternative, if you're down low and need to get up to the left side of the map here, you can actually just climb straight up on top of these, jump on top of this big container here and hop straight over the wall. And that goes for the opposite side as well. You can jump out over the fence there. But yeah, it's just good to know these little spots, so you might be able to implement them into your gameplay. And also you can just climb up on all of these. You can get a little line of sight over the wall there, and also that works for this side. Quite a nice little spot here. If you have a sniper, you can see straight across into there, or you can get your sniper out and see across their left window as well, and down that left part of the map if they're pushing up on the helicopter. Then you've got another way up onto the helicopter as well. If you hop onto this box here, onto the fence, you can actually jump onto this little frame here, and you're going to be up on the helipad. That's quite a useful one as well if people are watching it from down low, or you need to get a different route up. And then whilst you're up on a helipad, it's worth noting you can actually see through the bottom of it like this with your sniper. It's a good place to watch the opposite stairs as well, and if you see them running up, you know to pop up and take them out like that. You can kind of just edge it. If you get it right, you can see across and just watch people. Can be hard to shoot people through here, but it's a good place to just keep an eye out, and that of course works for the opposite side as well. So if you just come here, see straight into their back base there. And then pretty basic spot, but if you didn't know, you can actually run around the outside of this building. I'm sure most of you do know this one from the old game, and you're going to be able to sneak up onto the side here, come up, or you can just come onto this ledge here. Can be a nice little mountain spot to watch out for anybody coming down, and it also works in the opposite direction. So guys, that's all we're going to have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel and it lets me know that you're glad to see the videos back. So let me know in the comments any videos you'd like to see in the future, or any sort of tips or tricks you'd like videos on. So I'm very glad to help. But it's good to be back, guys, and I'll be back very, very soon with another video, probably episode 2 of this most likely. But I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.